Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. An important part of your Harley that needs to be checked and maintained is the steering head bearing. This is a very important part of your motorcycle that helps you control your motorcycle, and it is neglected by a lot of people that do their home maintenance. A steering head that is too tight interferes with the motorcycle able to correct itself in a weave. A steering head that is too loose interferes with the motorcycle and you to compensate for a wobble. And most of these weaves and wobbles are caused by imperfections in the road. I'm going to show you two ways today that Harley-Davidson has us check the front end bearing adjustment. One is the fall away and one is the swing back. My first candidate today is a Dyna model, and you will notice that the Dyna Harley-Davidson has it jacked up on both ends. You have to raise the Harley-Davidson off the ground, both tires off the ground, and you have to have the bottom rail even from front to back. Now, this is very dangerous to do. So if you're going to do this at home, please have someone assist you as you raise your motorcycle up and have it sturdy. Can't do it on a lift. You have to have it off the ground. Now, one of the very first things you have to do with this model is if you have any accessories on your front end, such as a detachable windshield, or you have a cup holder, cell phone holder, or a clutch cable, it has to be removed because it affects how the front end is moved and how it is checked. All right, so all accessories off. I've removed the clutch cable. I've removed the detachable windshield. All right, now, before we even start with checking the adjustment of this motorcycle, we want to get a feel for this motorcycle. So take both hands, go to the bottom of your front forks, and pull towards you and swing to one direction and then swing back. Does it feel smooth or does it feel rough? If it feels rough, stop right there. Put your motorcycle down and bring it to your Harley-Davidson dealer because your bearings are gone bad and they need to be lubricated or they need to be changed. Now, as you are swinging this back and forth, push and pull just slightly. If you hear a clunk, stop. Put the motorcycle down and bring it to your Harley-Davidson dealer because your front end is too loose and your bearings have probably gone bad and they need to be replaced. Okay, but let's just say your motorcycle is like this Dyna. It's smooth, no clunk. Next thing you'll need is some tape for the fender. I like to put a little cardboard on it to protect the fender, just the width of the fender. Then you need some type of pointer. Our dealership has made this nice crude little helper, but it does the job. I have seen people use a stool with a coat hanger, as long as it's solid and it stays put. All right? This pointer is in the center of the fender. I'm going to tap on this side and see where it falls away. There, it starts to fall away. I'm going to bring out my marker and do it again. It's good to do it 2 or 3 times to make sure that you get the right area. So I'm going to tap. There. Go back to the center and tap. Ah, there. Now you'll notice it doesn't have to be even on both sides. But you start from the center and you tap. This one stopped a little bit sooner, and that's why we do it a couple of times. Now, after you get these 2 marks, you go to your manual and you check the distance. Is it correct? They will give you a distance. If it is too tight, then your front end is too tight and it needs to be adjusted. If it's out here, too loose, then your front end needs adjustment. I'm not going to show you how to do it because each individual model is different and you have to partially disassemble your front end. Work with your manual or bring your motorcycle to your dealership saying, I've checked the adjustment, fall away adjustment, and I'm too tight or I'm too loose. I would like to have my front end checked. If you have a motorcycle over 10,000 miles, I would have the bearings looked at, lubricated, all adjusted correctly. So you're the new owner that knows that your front is correctly set up. This is the fall-away method with the Dyna. I'm going to take the pointer now and come on over to this late model touring machine. Adjust my pointer. Now, with this method, it is very helpful to have 3 different colors. It just makes it easier to tell what's going on. All right, now, with my pointer, I think I'll lower this just a little bit more. In the center of the fender with the motorcycle upright, and this has a hydraulic clutch, so no clutch cable disassemble. I'm going to tap in one direction with my pointer, and I'm looking for where it wants to swing back. Right there. I'm going to start back in the center, and I'm going to tap the other direction. Okay, I've got my first mark. Now, Harley-Davidson says for the second mark, take a different color marker, take a tape measure, and mark 1 inch outward. Okay, now, another part of the swing back is you hold this all the way, bring it over to it, and let go. And there's the mark for the next one. Bring it all the way over and let go. And the mark. Now, this is a used motorcycle, and it is in for service. You'll notice that the two marks are on the inside of the number 1 marks. They should be between the green and the black. That's where it should be. Since it is in the middle, it's too tight, needs to be adjusted. If it was on the outside, it would be too loose and needed to be adjusted. If the mark is between 1 and 2, then you look at your chart and see if the measurement is within the chart standards. If it is, you're done. If it's too loose, you'll need adjustment. If it's too tight, you need adjustment. If it needs adjustment, bring it to your Harley-Davidson dealer. Because, as I said, each model is different, and each model needs to be taken apart partially to make the adjustment on this. Maintaining your steering head bearing is important, and it's very difficult to do at home because you need to jack up both. But if you are a new owner of a motorcycle, make sure that you make your maintenance schedule, so you make sure that your bearings are adjusted and lubricated correctly. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.